I scoured the internet looking for a scary story that would express who I am as a person, and I just couldn't find one, so I wrote one, and I hope you like it. I think it's kind of goofy, but I hope you guys like it, and if you don't like it, whatever. Just one story, and it's very short, so whatever. Okay, so it's called Julius Grimaldi and the Last Straw, a J. Scow's original. Julius was in his office late again, working on his latest issue of Captain Planet fanfiction erotica. "I don't have time for love. I have to save the planet," exclaimed the captain. "I didn't know the Earth's climate was so bad it polluted your heart," sighed Kawame. Julius knocked his head back, satisfied with the energy he created in the studio that day. Suddenly, a voice came from upstairs. "Julius, it's getting late. Time for bed." "Mom, I'm 32 years old. You do not control my narrative," he snarled. Julius was unemployed, and his office was in his mother's basement. He used to work for a recycling company, unloading the machines you see at supermarkets. He ultimately got fired for stealing some of the recyclables for himself, although he never disclosed what it is he did with them. Bethany was a misunderstood 50-something who closely resembled Gloria Estefan during her conga days. Bethany's blood boiled from Julius's backtalk. She unplugged his computer, aka she unplugged Julius's unsaved work of art. Julius's crippling silence and death stare was enough to make someone's soul leave their body. Bethany tried to stand her ground, though it was obvious she was a little afraid of her own son. Julius shoved his mother and stormed up the steps. A new day has dawned for Julius, but his depression only allows him to wake up after 11 or 12-ish. The groggy Julius ascends down the stairs, wrapped in his duvet, and dramatically throws himself on the couch like a Disney princess who was minorly inconvenienced. His miserable face looks over to the left to retrieve the remote. There it was. He couldn't believe his eyes. A new package of plastic straws? It couldn't be. "Doesn't she know who I am?" he muttered to himself as he tossed the duvet aside. Julius marched over to the breakfast nook and threw the straw package at his mother. "What kind of moron are you? Don't you know what these will do to the environment?" "The packaging says biodegradable. What more do you want?" Bethany answered in exhaustion. "You know, this obsession of yours is getting to be a little much." Julius studied his mother's face, trying to look for any signs of a stroke. Surely his own mother couldn't be this dense. After a long, drawn-out stare, he rolled his eyes and went back to the couch. But his demeanor had changed. His expression went from blank to calculating. Bethany saw the gears turning in her son's head. Julius looked at his phone and got up. "Cousin Ramona wants to go to the beach for a little." "Okay, I'll see you later," Bethany replied. Julius went to the beach with Ramona often. She would complain about her interchanging 3 boyfriends, and Julius would nod in agreement even if she was totally in the wrong, picking up garbage off the beach and putting them in their proper containers. For Julius, this was a cleansing ritual for both parties. On the way home from the beach, Ramona asked, "What's new with you? I feel like you've barely said 2 words." Julius sighed and looked out the window. "Things with my mother have been so bothersome lately." Ramona looked puzzled at her cousin. She winced and then continued looking at the road. When they arrived, the car door slammed and they both headed inside. Ramona casually threw her sweater on the couch and proceeded to make herself at home. Julius shook the plastic straws in the air. "Could you believe my mother would buy these?" "Julius, your mother has been missing for the past 7 months. Then Ramona looked to her left. Sitting in the breakfast nook was a sculpture that closely resembled Gloria Estefan in her conga days, made entirely out of plastic bottles and old newspapers. "Julius, Where's Aunt Bethany? Julius grinned and looked up at Ramona. Let's just say she finally learned what it means to recycle. So, obviously it's not the most scary story ever, but I just thought it was like a little silly something. I thought it was fun. Not very long. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I think it's gonna be like 5 minutes long. But I think it's just a cute little like spooky. I think it's just a cute little spooky something. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it entertained you for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't know how long this took to read. I think like 45 seconds. Anyways, I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. I really enjoyed writing this because I thought it was silly to write about somebody who was like very obsessed with recycling. Okay, so I guess if you want me to read more creepy stories, let me know down in the comments or on Instagram or whatever. Yes, Landon, I know you jumped off the couch and now you want me to pick you up. I gotta go. I'll see you guys in the next video.